Hi, I'm the friendly neighborhood INDA-man, and in this video, I'm going to show you 5 basic Git commands that you'll need to survive INDA. If you haven't already checked out the Git clone video, then I suggest that you watch that first. The commands I'll be covering in this video are git status, git add, git commit, git push, and git pull. I will not cover git status separately as I'll be using it throughout the video, so let's start off with git add and git commit. Here I have a repository with only a license file that I just cloned, and if I type git status here, I can see that I'm on the master branch and that there is nothing new to commit. Let's create a README file and add it to the repository. We can create an empty README file with touch like this. Now, when I do git status again, we can see that the README file is listed as an untracked file. We can add it to the tracker by using git add like this, and then running git status again will show us that we have changes to be committed, more specifically a new file. The files listed under the changes to be committed are so-called staged files. This means that we haven't actually saved the changes to Git yet, and saving the changes to Git is so-called committing. To commit staged files, you use git commit. The commit also requires a commit message, so type -m and then within single or double quotes, type in your commit message. If you forget the commit message, you will be thrown into the default editor where you have to add one. On the Ubuntu computers at KDH, the default editor is Vim, and this is quite a tricky editor for beginners. If you want to exit Vim, simply type :Q and then press enter. If you're writing stuff in the file instead of exiting, then first press escape and :Q enter. Now let's get back to actually doing the commit, so I just type in git commit, then -m and the commit message. For files that are already tracked by Git, you don't actually have to stage the files with git add, but you can commit them directly. There are 2 ways to do this. First of all, let's type some stuff into our README so we have some changes to commit. And now that we do, let's try out the first way of skipping staging the file. So you type in git commit and then you add the -a option. This will stage or add all of your currently tracked files. And then just type -m and your commit message as usual. Let's add some new things to our README so that we have something new to commit. And now that we do, we'll try the other way. For this one, you type git commit and then you list all of the files that you wish to both stage and commit. Then you type -m and the commit message as usual, and you'll both stage and commit all of the files that you listed. Now that we've covered adding and committing files to your local repository, let's move on to pushing to and pulling from a remote repository. If we do git status again, we can see that our local branch is now 3 commits ahead of the remote branch. Now we have to push the commits that we made locally to the remote branch. To do that, simply type git push. Now let's say that you're working on the same project on 2 different computers and that you pushed some changes to your remote repository and want to get them onto your other computer. To do this, you use git pull. Since I'm so prepared, I had actually cloned 2 versions of the repo that we're currently working with, so let's head over to the other one. If I list this one, you can see that this hasn't gotten any of the changes that we did in the other repo. If I execute git pull, we can see that the README gets added, so let's just check the README, and this looks exactly like the README that we pushed from the other repo. And that's pretty much it for the Git basics, so if you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not allowed to do that.